Welcome to episode 29 of the Fitasylum podcasts. Welcome, Elle. How are you feeling? Do you prefer Ella or Elle?
Either.
I always call you Elle, don't I?
Yeah, it's fine.
Tell us a little bit about your fitness journey. What was your first interaction with fitness?
Probably like when I was a kid, because my mum put me in swimming when I was like 2.
Was it a kid or child?
Does it matter?
I got told off for saying kid the other day.
When I was a child, mum put me in swimming from when I was like 2 till about 12. So I did that, and then in between then I did like football, hockey, rounders, netball, track. So I've kind of grown up around sport. So it's just always been a part of my life.
Can you swim?
Yes.
Can you play hockey?
Not anymore. I played it for a while.
Nice. What would you say? What sport were you best at? I don't think I know the answer. I think I'll say rugby.
Probably rugby or dance, because I started doing dance when I was 5.
What sort of dance?
Started with street and then moved into ballet and contemporary.
So what did you love about sport and fitness? Like what kept you kind of hooked?
That it was like active, obviously. So
Yeah.
you're just always moving about. And I don't like being still. I like to be messing with things. I like to be moving.
Yeah, interesting. We'll come on to that later. And what made you carry on your fitness journey then? So like obviously now you're an adult.
Yeah.
You still partake in fitness. You still kind of train all the time. You train people for a living now. So like what made you kind of want to stay within the industry, and why did you carry on with your fitness journey?
Because I had a really good PT myself, like last year. And then she was like, I think you'd take to becoming a PT quite well. So I was like, yeah, why not? Like I had no career goals or anything. So I was like, yeah, I'll try it.
Nice. It's really good to have like positive influences,
Yeah.
I guess, in your life. And if you are a PT listening, you know, that's a great example of how you can be such a positive influence on someone's life. So then, what did you learn from your fitness journey, excluding the personal training that you do now? But before that, what did you learn from your fitness journey? All the sports you played as a kid, all that sort of stuff.
That it's not always going to go well. So you're going to lose. You're going to do things wrong.
Adversity.
Yeah, so you've got to be able to come back from it. Otherwise, you're not going to be good at it. Part of being good at something is being able to be bad at it as well.
Interesting. And do you think that applies then to your professional life?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's okay to be bad at something as long as you're looking to develop.
Yeah, as long as you're not like, oh, I'm bad, so I'm just going to stop. You've got to be like, okay, so I'm not great at this. How do I get good at it?
Do you think everyone's like that though, in every profession?
No, because I didn't used to be. I used to be like, if I'm bad at something, I'm never doing it.
No, I
again.
mean, do you think everyone starts off bad at their profession?
I don't know. I think some people are just good at stuff.
So a
from the
heart
get-go.
surgeon, do you reckon he's just a good heart surgeon?
I'd hope so. If you're having heart surgery, I'd hope they're good at what they do.
Don't know, I guess that's why we do training and courses and, you know, introductory periods, or I guess training periods when you first start.
Yeah.
Interesting. And starting out as a PT, what made you want to be a personal trainer?
It was just like my PT being like, why don't you go for it? And at the time, I had no idea what I wanted to do in my life. So I was like, yeah, why
You
not?
was working at school, weren't you?
Yeah.
Doing a teaching assistant.
It was good. I did like it. I don't like kids. So,
Children put you off.
yeah.
If you listen to our last podcast as well, children are a sore subject. But yeah, becoming a PT, and then how did you kind of start that process of becoming a PT?
So she was called Chloe, my PT, and she sent me the link to Fitasylum, and she was like, sign on with these. So I did.
Because we're the best.
I don't know. She just gave me one option.
You can say yes. So.
Yes.
And so you joined the course with Fitasylum. Did you do it in person or online?
In person, but there was like online bits as well.
So you did like a blended course.
Yeah.
And did you like it?
Yeah, it was all right.
And what was your course like? Tell us a little bit about what you learned, how you found it.
I mean, I learned loads because I'd never done any kind of personal training experience before. And when I've been in the gym, it had just been go in, train, come back out. Whereas now I have I think through what I do.
Yeah. So you got like a little bit of a process.
Yeah.
You were it's safe to say you was a bit of a keen bean for the course, weren't you? Because you would have the assignments done before they were due sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
And every single week you would never miss an assignment.
No.
I think you nearly had a mental breakdown on one of them where I think I'd like forgot to upload the assignment, and then I uploaded it and you were like, oh my God, I've got one more to do.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. If
You
you're not early, you're late. I like to have things done and ready.
Yeah, I mean, even for this podcast, you were like half an hour early.
Yeah, and the door was locked.
And what do you love most about being a PT now you are a PT?
Getting to see clients get better at what they do. So like I do, where I work now, I'll do like a session with women who've never been around free weights or barbells or anything like that before, take them down to our free weights area and give them a proper thorough induction. So getting messages from them being like, I did it on my own, like I'm on the squat rack, I'm using this piece of kit. I like seeing people progress and develop in that way.
I have a bone to pick with you.
Oh, what?
The other day you advertised a women's class for weightlifting and powerlifting. I've seen you weightlift, you dislocated your shoulder.
Don't bring that up. Why would you do that?
Weightlifting, you meant lifting like dumbbells and
Yeah.
stuff, didn't you? Okay. So weightlifting, it's different.
Okay.
Clean and jerk and snatch. I thought we taught this on the course. No.
I don't remember that.
What was your favourite day on the course? Did you like the bleep test day?
No.
Did you like any of the fitness testing, the strength stuff we did?
No.
Did you have a favourite friend in the course?
No.
No. Wow. Brutal.
No, I didn't dislike them. I just didn't have a favourite. No,
You were actually one of like the helpers, the leaders, weren't you? You were helping others. Yeah. You would answer all the questions, weren't you? Yeah. Is that the word that most people would describe you as?
Yeah.
Fair enough. I mean, it's good because the first part of personal training is personal. You need to be able to talk to people. And if I said to you, what is your strength of your business, what would you say it is?
Probably is like the talking side of it. Because I will talk to a wall if I need to. So just being able to chat with people, being able to adapt to other people so that they feel comfortable talking to me.
Nice. And since you've done your course, we have adapted the course and got better. And every single course we take feedback on and we try and make it better. So you did an 8-day course, didn't you? And now we do a 10-day course, and it's over a much longer period of time. Okay. Do you think that'll be better for students?
I think so, because it gives you a little bit more time if, you know, your tutors don't upload assignments and then they upload it the day before it's due.
It was only a piece of paperwork.
It don't matter.
The other one is now they get a 4-week break when they finish the level 2 to kind of go and practice, and if they want to become a gym instructor. Do you think that's a good initiative?
I think so. I don't think I would have liked it because I went straight into the industry. So I was like...
Yeah, so I mean, you could have started off at Nuffield as a level 2.
I wouldn't have wanted to. I would have wanted to go straight into PT.
You were really funny on the course because you were like, I want to know everything, Deck.
Yeah.
All the time. You asked, how many questions did you ask?
I don't want to think about it.
And it was a lot, wasn't it? Even WhatsApp questions. How was the support on the course? Like,
it was good. Like, if I asked you a question, you did answer it.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was really interesting. And Elle was really good at getting me onto tangents. So she'd ask a deliberate question that would make me talk for about an hour about programming or something that infuriated me within the industry. And I'm sure it was like a ploy between the class to like, right, let's see if we can get Deck on a tangent today.
I was like that in school though. I was that nominated one in school as well to get the teacher off topic so you could just not do anything for the hour.
But you were a really good group though, weren't you? So everyone got on really well, and like Kirsten would bring donuts in. You'd ask all the questions. We just had a really good group, didn't we?
We did. It was good.
Are you still upset?
It was freezing.
Yeah, it was cold. It was the winter period.
Mm-hmm.
Did you enjoy getting beaten at the bleep test?
I didn't mind it because I got beat by a triathlete, so there was literally no competition she was going to win. So I'm happy with my second.
Okay.
I will take that.
Fair enough. I went and trained with Kirsten the other week because she trains at my gym now.
Yeah.
And she'd done a half triathlon on the Sunday and still came to train on a Monday and still kicked my ass.
Ha.
I know, she's just an absolute machine, isn't she? She's like, yeah, Deck, I'll go and do a triathlon. And then I was like, yeah, you keep eating all that
She's
cake.
really nonchalant about it.
She's
like, yeah, I'm just going to go do like an Iron Woman. And then she'll be in the gym the next day. It's mental.
I remember she was like, before that bleep test, she was like, yeah, I did a little bit of working out yesterday. And then after the bleep test, like, oh, what did you do yesterday? She was like, oh, well, I did a half marathon. I did this. I was like, oh, wow. Just casual.
Insane.
But yeah, they're the crazy students we get on the course, and really good little groups.
Yeah.
And, you know, you've joined part of the post-course community and the mentorship. Mm-hmm. How are you finding the mentorship?
I like it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Really good. I think we've added Holly recently and Hannah as kind of added mentors to take a little bit of the workload from me. How are you finding that?
I like Holly. She's great. I like it. She always comes in on Fridays. She's like, weekly win.
Yeah, exactly.
She's getting to read everyone's. It's dead cute.
I would say she's the exact opposite of the questions I would be asking. So it's fantastic that she's there to do that. I think it creates a good little team, and we're going to keep adding to that. So any PTs that are really successful through Fitasylum, we're looking to hopefully they come back and add a little bit of value to other students, which is lovely.
I'll get there one day.
Nath is behind the camera. Do you remember Holly, Nath? Yeah, she's doing really well now, isn't she, as a mentor? So yeah, big shout out to Hol. And starting your PT career then, how did you find that? Because you asked me a million questions about this as well.
I still do.
Yeah, you do.
It's daunting because it's an industry that's like completely new to me. Like I've only ever been on the training side of it.
Yeah.
So being on the other side.
It's really weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
So if you listen to episode 28, Nath talked about being a little bit inept with his business planning of when he went into sports massage, and you've gone into an employed role, is that correct, at Nuffield? And you've still got a lot of admin and work to do, haven't you?
Yeah.
And can you imagine being a self-employed PT?
No, I don't want to.
It'd just be crazy, wouldn't it? And I think there's nothing, we teach a little bit of business on the course, and that's why we've added an extra 2 days so we can help, and that's why we've added the mentorship program so we can help. But it's a really tough part of the job, and a lot of people, when they come in to be a PT, they think it's just coaching clients, writing programs and coaching clients, but there's so much admin, content creation, other kind of areas of the industry, social media. You've got to manage an actual business because you're usually self-employed. How have you found all that?
Not too bad because I am employed. It's not self-employment, so I do have a little bit more help than I probably would if I was self-employed. But it still is a little bit like if you forget to do one thing on one day, you've got a million things to do the next day. So it's about having that time management to keep up with everything.
Would it be fair to say it's well out of your comfort zone?
Oh, yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I can tell by the questions you ask. But you
got to ask questions.
100%. I love people who ask questions. I'm that sort of inquisitive person. Yeah. I want to know why everything works the way it does.
Yeah.
And you're the same, probably worse than me.
Oh, yeah.
So
to a fault.
Yeah, it's really interesting. But I love that you've been able to start a career. And how would you say your career is going?
I think it's going well.
I would say
it's
really
still
well.
because it's still early days. It's still very up and down with getting clients in every week and how much take home I'm getting. But I'm definitely getting more comfortable with programming for different people and working with them.
Which bit do you hate the most?
Oh, the programming.
Really?
I enjoy it. But then, if I don't keep on top of it, you end up with weeks to do because I like to do it in advance.
The salesy side, because I remember you saying this guy really wants to sign up with me, and then you would text me the next day going, he hasn't signed up with me.
Well, I've been with the sales side, I've been quite lucky because I'm the only female PT at my gym at the minute because the other two are on mat leave.
Yeah.
So I've had a lot of female clients come to me.
That's great.
Because I'm the only female PT. So I've not had to do a ton of work with the sales side of it. So it's definitely something that I do need to get better with.
Interesting. And programming wise, you've got better at programming recently.
Yeah.
You've talked a little bit about, you're asking me about programs,
Yeah.
you're asking me what do I think of this program. How do you find the support after the course? That brings me onto it nicely.
Good.
Really good?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. If I ask you a question, you never kind of laugh in my face. You're like, why are you asking this? She'll just answer it.
Yeah, 100%. And I think that's for any students listening. If you do need any support, please drop us a message. We're always happy to help. There's a student that always messages on Instagram. I think he's about 3 or 4 years ago he finished the course, and if he asks a question, we give him an answer. So yeah, we're happy to help. And this leads me nicely on to what have you learned so far in your early years as a PT?
That the PT side of things are
Either, anything.
there's a lot more anatomy and physiology involved with training than I thought there was initially. You have to adapt a lot of what you do for the person.
Would you say when you did the course, you were like, why would I need all this anatomy and physiology?
Yeah.
And now you're
There was a lot of
this
information
is why
as
I need
well.
it.
I was like, yeah, it makes a
There
lot of
was a
sense
lot of
now.
information. So obviously your course was over 8 days and you only got a week's break in between each day.
Yeah.
Now obviously it's over a much greater scale. It's 10 days, but it's also over a 6-month period.
Yeah.
So it gives people a lot more time to digest the content and information. So moving on to tips. But first of all, what are you excited for 2024? Are you excited for your business to grow? Are you excited for you to develop more as an athlete or a coach?
Yeah, both of them. I think.
What are you most excited for? Then?
Okay. I definitely want to start competing in powerlifting. That's on my 2024 list. Because I would have done it this year, but my shoulder came out of its socket. So.
There's a video, so if you want to see it, you can drop Ella a message.
It's grim.
I had to put it back in place. So. And if there's someone listening who are in education at the moment, they're on a course like you, or they're in any course, what would you tell them?
Just get your work done early.
Get your work done early. That's what you do.
It saves you so much stress.
You'd actually help others, which is lovely.
Yeah, I would. You've still got all my work. I'll send it over.
We do actually. We use your work as the example to other students.
There you go. See.
And
Legacy.
a fellow professional, doesn't have to be a PT. What would you say, fellow professional, one tip for them?
be able to admit when you're wrong about something.
Oh, I love that one. That is really good.
I think I've said stuff and then gone away and Googled it and been like, oh, actually, that was wrong. And then I've come back and been like, I was wrong about that. Let's do it the right way.
I think for other people listening, like as a professional, it's really important. Students will ask me a question and I'll go sometimes, I don't know. And I learnt this from Nath, actually, who's behind the camera again. And he said he was doing a sports massage course and he had a student on there who did a lot of holistic massage. What was her name? I can't remember. But Charlotte was the name. And she was telling us about some of the muscles in the face. And obviously we teach a lot more of the biomechanical muscles. We teach a lot more of the movement quality muscles, not really the face. And she would come up and give ones from the face. And Nath was like, oh, that's really interesting. I didn't know that. Do you want to come and give like a talk to the other students and tell them all about the muscles in the face? And it was really, really enlightening. And I remember thinking, wow, that's a really good way of teaching that.
Yeah.
And it's a really good way of kind of taking that on as well. And now I've adapted that to my practice because I definitely would have been guilty 5-10 years ago of going, yeah, I knew that.
Yeah.
Completely didn't. So yeah, that's really good. I think that's a really valuable one for people to take away. And where can people find you on socials?
Not on LinkedIn.
Not on LinkedIn.
Not on LinkedIn.
That's good.
But like Instagram, TikTok. That's pretty much it.
Instagram, TikTok, and where at? What's it called?
Oh, Metcalf Flex.
Metcalf Flex. Tell us a little bit about your name.
It's just basically I wanted to combine a bit of me with what I do, which is mainly like powerlifting based kind of thing.
Nice. And you are really into art, aren't you?
Yes.
So much to the point that Ella's actually done 2 drawings for me, which are amazing.
Thank
And
you.
we'll put them at the end of the podcast as like little pictures.
Oh, yeah.
And you also designed your own logo, didn't you?
I did.
Awesome. And how did you find that?
Pretty easy.
So my suggestion to you would be to kind of collaborate those both.
Yeah.
And when you design your programs, maybe make them a little bit more artistic.
Yeah.
Your business as a brand, make it a little bit more artistic. So I think that's what will help stand
Yeah.
out. And how are you finding working in a commercial gym?
I really like it.
Good. And you'd recommend that model for other students?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I think it's good, especially when you're starting out, because I'm working with people who've been in the industry for like between maybe 5 to 20 years.
Yeah.
So I've got people that I can talk to about anything.
Yep.
So it is a good way to learn because you're working with a lot of different people.
I would say, yeah, if you're someone listening to this podcast, finding a mentor, like Nath was my unofficial mentor. I had lots of mentors as a PT. I would say that's one of the best things I've ever done is kind of like listen to really good people,
Yeah.
good quality coaches.
Especially about stuff that you don't know about.
Yeah, 100%. Elle, thank you very much for jumping on the podcast.
Thank you for unlocking the door and letting me on.
We're doing a YouTube series soon where we go and work out with our former students.
Mm-hmm.
Are you excited for that?
Yeah.
I'm going to come
Wait,
to...
do I have to work out or am I PT?
No, you have to work out with me, but you can write the session.
Okay.
That's quite fun, isn't it?
Okay.
Because we've done a workout before and I killed you, didn't I?
Which one?
The one at Athlete Factory where we did the sleds.
Why do I not remember that at all?
No, honestly, your memory's shocking.
Can't have been that bad then.
But we did a few workouts and I've always wrote them, so now it's your turn to write them. And we're
Great.
going to come down, film it, and then you're going to do some how and whys for us.
Fun.
So guys, if you are listening to this podcast, please head over and check out some of our other YouTube content as well, guys.
Oh, I remember the sled.
Yeah, no,
I remember now. Yeah, that one.
We did a big group workout, basically, didn't we?
Yeah, because we're all putting 20s on. There was 1.25s right there. Just put them on.
So basically, it was a psychology test to see...
Psychologically damaging is what it was.
It was. So basically, I was seeing where everyone's psychology was with training, and you got to choose which plate you wanted to put on the sled, but you would then push the
1.25s.
sled ready for the next person in the team. So you had to bear that in mind.
1.25s.
You were putting 1.25s
I was
on.
putting 1.25s on.
But it was good fun, wasn't it? And,
Yeah,
and that's all part of the
caring for other
courses.
people.
We did a full 9 to 5 in the classroom, and then we all trained and worked out together, which was quite fun.
It was fun.
So yeah, thank you very much, guys, for supporting the podcast. Elle, thank you very much for coming on the
Thank
podcast,
you.
and I look forward to our YouTube day.
So do I. It'll be fun.